We live. Okay. Is it working? Is it working? I think it's working. Okay, cool. It's fucking... I think it's fucking working. Uh... Yeah, we're live. Okay, that's good. I just have to make sure I can see chat right now. Give me a sec. And we'll be good. Come on, Streamlabs, work! Fucking hell. I don't know why. For some reason, whenever I go to Streamlabs, I have to re-log in. For whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, I still have TF2 open. Whoops. Where's the fucking thing? Where is it? Come on. Alert box. Oh, that's not what I need. Actually, I do need to add alert box back. And now I need to test it. I never did anything with... Oh, whatever. Just bits. Just raids. Okay. Okay. There. Okay, I have that up. I don't need chat. Launch chat. Launch it. There we go. I can see chat. Fucking fun. So today's a weird stream. I'm sure anybody who's here may remember a long time ago, back in June last year, all the way back in June. I started doing like, what did I start doing? I started doing just chatting streams. I did like a few of them, and they did pretty well. Like, I actually got people chatting, and it did well. The fuck? And it actually went really well. I enjoyed doing it. I had a good time. But I never fucking archived any, which is really unfortunate because I really enjoyed them. And there's like a little bit of it archived. There was the time I talked about Invincible and how I don't think Amber in Invincible was that wrong. But other than that, nothing's archived. I never made sure to archive, and which I should actually check to make sure that I did archive my most recent TF2 streams. Let's sure really quick. Yeah, okay, cool. They are completely archived. Good to see. So the fucking title of the stream. I know you see it. I know it's right there. It's pretty blatant. We're talking about fucking LGBT shit. And to do so, I first want to talk about this. I want to talk about Q-Force. This fucking punching bag of a show. I still have fucking OBS open. Shit. How do we fucking... There we go. There we go. There we go. There. Okay, we have it up. I want to talk about this show really quickly because I actually did watch it, and well,
Everyone, go, go, go!
it's something. I'm gonna put the trailer on.
Our 2011 valedictorian, Agent Steve Merriweather.
Now, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. I can stand before you as my true self. A gay man!
There was a mistake. We just recrunched the numbers, and actually, Agent Buck, who happens to be straight, but that's not what's going on. It's legit.
I respect your decision. At the very least, I hope this little incident won't affect my posting.
I have the perfect assignment for you.
Where? Moscow? Beijing? Got it.
Yeah.
Our lives are passing us by. It's time to do something about it.
We need to work a real case already.
You know I love you, but I can't make any promises.
We go rogue! This team is ready.
You were so cool 5 seconds ago.
You all uncovered an illegal nuclear arms deal with a tie to the federal government? I've never been prouder.
Let's do this.
If you mess with us, there will be repercussions.
Okay. I think that's enough of the fucking trailer. Because I don't feel like watching that whole ass fucking thing, because I already know what's happening. Most issues that people had with this show back when the first trailer came out was it looked so fucking stereotypical. But it intrigued me. Like, this initial teaser, there's nothing, I'm pretty sure nobody thinks that there's anything, at least good people, there's nothing wrong with what's on screen right now. Like, there's nothing bad about this. But when this is pretty much what they're representing LGBT stuff as, not great. But then you look at, like, the actual characters, and they don't look that bad. I mean, there's these two fuckers, which I will talk about. But anyways, like, stuff like just everything in this, everything in the initial teaser for Q-Force was just awful.
They can smell it. You're acting like Citibank at Pride.
Not great. Not great at all. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad trailer. A lot of shit thrown at it. A lot of people hated it. I don't need the fucking, I don't need that up anymore. So I watched the show out of curiosity recently. It's not that bad. Genuinely, I don't think it's that bad. But there are a few things with it. The characters, the characters of, fuck's their name? Twink. They literally fucking call a character Twink. Like, that's his canonical, that's just his name. That's kind of fucked up. Or fucked, not fucked up. But that's kind of stupid. They literally call him fucking Twink. Twink and, what's the character? Or no, it's just Twink. Sorry. Twink is everything wrong with the show, and I'll explain why in a bit. But first of all, the show, first episode of the show, it's about the amount of cringe you'd expect. And then you get to fucking episode 2, right? There's this, I'm not going to explain the plot in case anybody hasn't seen it, but you get to episode 2, and it is some of the cringiest, like, gay pandering shit I've ever seen. They go for every fucking lesbian stereotype there. Except for butch lesbians. They don't go for, like, dykes. Dyke is slur. If dyke's a slur, I apologize. They go for every fucking stereotype they can in that episode. And it's really annoying, and I really hated it. But then episode 3 kicks in, like, the plot starts. Like, the plot starts kicking in at around, I'd say, episode 3. And once that happens, it's okay. It starts getting okay. The show definitely gets better as it goes, and then the finale is just kind of... Well, I have Sabaras. I have to look up what that is. Subarus. They don't... Oh, Subarus! The car. Wow, I feel stupid. No, they don't mention any cars. I don't think... Actually, wait a second. Wait. What was her fucking name? Q-Force characters. I forgot her name. They might have mentioned cars. Agent Buck, Benji. Karen? I don't remember what the characters' names. No, that's not Karen. Black lesbian Q-Force. Let's see. Deb, okay. Okay, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they mention it. Luckily. I feel really bad for not realizing that you were talking about fucking cars. I feel really bad on that one. But they go for every lesbian stereotype. I don't want to go over that episode. It's really bad. But the plot kicks in episode 3. And it's pretty good. Like, it's genuinely pretty good. But there's everything wrong with this show comes down to when it's overplayed. The gayness is overplayed. All the jokes are about them being gay. And they don't shut up about being gay. Like, that's when the show gets genuinely bad, because there's something entertaining about it. And the character that personifies this above everything else is the blue-haired cross-dresser character. His whole gimmick is that, like, he can cross-dress and literally be fucking anyone. Like, here, I think it's... Yeah, right here. Look at this.
Abbey is a church term, right? Where the monks and nuns live? Maybe it's a meetup at the Abbey, the gay bar.
Oh my god, you got
this fucker. Let me see. But, like, so they have to have him dress up. This is episode 1. He has to dress up to, like, fool. And, again, this is a gay joke. They're like, okay, this is a gay bar. How do we distract all the gay people?
First hint.
Now, for my plan to work, we may need a distraction.
Say no more.
Ariana Grande ought to cause quite a stir in the Abbey. The gays love me, and I love them. Shout out to my gay brother Frankie, who is gay.
Deb, fire.
And that is Twink. That's the same character. That's the same guy with blue hair.
Oh my
just
god,
dressed
you...
up. Like, I think... Do they show him get out of the outfit? No, I don't think so. But either way, that's his whole gimmick. And they don't shut the fuck up about it. Like, every joke you think they'd make, they fucking make it. And the amount of just, like, times they reference just, like, him liking, like, sex is also quite annoying. Again, it's the whole issue of just, like, hey guys, look, it's LGBT, guys, gay, he's gay, look, he's gay, he likes dick, he's gay, guys, he's gay, look, guys, gay character, look, he's gay, gay. That's, like, when it gets really fucking annoying, like in episode 2, where it's just lesbian stereotypes the whole episode. But other characters are really, really fucking fun. Like, the main character, Mary, or Steve? I think it's Steve Merriweather, but everybody calls him Mary. Mary, who is a twunk, essentially. Here, let me just look up Q-Force Mary. This is Mary. He's the main character of the show. And he's gay. We saw it in the trailer. But they don't, like, fucking play this out. But what they do is that they give him a boyfriend. And his boyfriend's name is Benji. And they're just fucking adorable together. Like, it's not this whole, like, oh my god, we're so gay thing. It's just two guys who really love each other, and they're dating. Like, it's genuinely just that. Like, let me see if what the fuck? I don't remember that in the show. Okay. Let me see. Just, like, Benji and Mary moments. Oh, it's age restricted. What the fuck? Do I not have my... I'm on the wrong account. Oops. Cringy bullshit.
Hey, you must be the new neighbor. This got delivered to us by mistake.
Oh my god, yes, that thing is a lamp.
Really? It's a really heavy lamp.
That's how you know it's good. I'm Steve, by the way.
Hey, I'm Benji.
I'll see you around, Benji.
I already chose a song. Meatloaf's I Do Anything for Love.
Dedicated to Benji, of course.
You just say I do. Love you just as my family's.
Dedicated to Benji, of course.
This is my favorite scene. When they're in the car together, it's my favorite scene.
My family's gonna love you just as much as I do.
Did you just say you love me?
I guess I did. But look, if you don't love me back, then no, I didn't.
I love you too.
They didn't fucking die. But again, their whole relationship is just them being a good couple. And it's compelling and good. There's this similar thing with the hacker girl named Stat. This is extra funny because you have no audio. All you need to know is that they're fucking they love each other. He sang a song and it wasn't a dildo. I need to clarify that. What they thought was a lamp wasn't a dildo. I feel like that might have been that you could hear that as a dildo. It was a fucking gun in a package. Whatever. But they just love each other and it's fucking no video is what I have. Right, I'm stupid. You didn't have video. But what they have is just genuinely nice. And there's a bit of drama near the end, and it's left on kind of an ambiguous note if they get together or not, which I'm not a fan of. But when they're in a relationship together, it's really adorable and wholesome. Same thing with the hacker girl, whose name is Stat. She doesn't like people, so, oh my god, she fell in love with an AI. Basically, this artificial intelligence basically becomes sentient. They fall in love with each other. They masturbate together. I'm not joking. The AI can like project itself onto a screen. Looks like Meru from the Succubus. If you know who that is, please help me. But they're together, and then the very next fucking episode, she dies, which I mean was weird and dumb, and they don't even do anything with Stat after that. The hacker girl, but whatever. But when they're together, they're just two characters that love each other, which is how gay representation should be. It shouldn't be the twink kind where it's like, oh my god, guys, gay, I'm gay, I like dick, fuck my asshole, I'm gay, I get fucked in the asshole, but I top, gay, like, that's not good, that is bad. Do you know how fucking stigmatizing that is to people, to gay people as a whole? And like, and with Deb, she's the mechanic, her wife, first of all, her wife looks like fucking bad. Like, the design of her wife, Deb, wife, Q-Force. Her wife, Pam, first of all, it's just a bad design. And second of all, this is, like, character model is reused, like, 3 different times throughout the show. Like, I think, like Q-Force, Benji's parents. Let me see. Q-Force, Benji's parents. Is this anywhere? No? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't know he was in this show. Hold up. Fuck. What's his name? Fuck. What's his name? I'm stupid. Who voiced Buck? Buck Q-Force voice. Fuck. What's his name? I want to make sure people. David Harbour. Motherfucker. Shit. Ha! I didn't realize that. But anyway, Pam, Deb's wife, is reused like 3 times. And it will be glorious. Doc, if you can make an out-of-context cut of this stream, I will fucking please do so. That's me being genuine. That would be amazing. That'll be the 2-year anniversary thing. I was DMing you about the 2-year anniversary thing for my YouTube channel. That's gonna be it. This is me being genuine. Make that if you want to. I didn't realize he was in the show. Deb's wife, Pam, is reused 3 times throughout the show, same character design. But her whole character is, I am the lesbian wife. I am the lesbian wife. And it's really, like, hello, I am lesbian wife. Nice to meet you. I like lesbian things. I am lesbian wife. That's her character. And it's really fucking annoying. And how funny. The episode where she has a super prominent role is episode 2, the episode that fucking sucks dick. So, there's that as well. And on the topic of dick, I need to actually go piss. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I don't even know what I was saying. But anyways, episode 2, bad. The LGBT representation in the show is whatever. And when I say LGBT representation, by the way, I mean gay. Like, calling it Q-Force is really fucking stupid. Because it's because everybody in this, in universe, people call them the queer force. So they call them Q-Force. Because the force is, hello, here's some support. Awesome. Oh. I didn't... Yo, thanks for the follow, Yanigamin Official. Okay, thank you for the follow, mate. I actually forgot to add the, thing here. So, there we go. Now I can see it. Now it's seen when I have this up. Can you watch Encanto? Not on stream, because that's illegal. I'm gonna be pitching, a series to it in a bit. I'm gonna discuss Encanto in a bit, so I don't know. If you're just here for that, come back in like 30 minutes. I'll probably be talking about it. I was talking about, what was I fucking talking about? Yeah. The show has nothing beyond gay representation. There's nothing like trans people, nothing like intersex, not even a bi person in the show. Like it's only gay people. Which I don't have an issue with. But when released in 2021, yeah, last year, when releasing a show in 2021 called Q-Force, a huge amount of discourse when it comes to LGBT issues nowadays is trans people. Gay people are sort of like, I don't want to say like the fight for gay rights is over, because it's not, but like gay acceptance isn't as big of an issue as it used to be. Compared to now, where it's more trans acceptance, which is the big issue right now, and to an even stronger, and to a bit of a lesser extent. Can you adopt, like, pretend, what the fuck? What? I'm not gonna adopt you, no. Chat, stop being fucking weird. Shit. But when you release a show in 2021 and all you got is like gay people, and your whole half your jokes is just like, oh my god, guys, we just went there. We made a gay joke. Like that's kind of what it feels like. When I'm watching the show, I'm watching it the same way I watch like old Simpsons and Family Guy episodes. Now, I like old Simpsons and I like old Family Guy. I like them a lot. Do I like modern Family Guy more? Not really. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. Modern Family Guy's a guilty pleasure. But I like the old shows because I appreciate them for what they were at the time and how funny they were back then. Do I enjoy them as much as people did back then? Probably not, just because I'm not in that demographic. I'm not a 15-year-old living in 2001 watching Family Guy. I'm a 15-year-old watching an episode from 2001 in 2022. And that's what Q-Force feels. It feels like I'm appreciating... Not even appreciating, but just like I feel like I'm watching and enjoying it as something that came out 15 to 20 years ago. But this just fucking came out. It's very, very late. It feels like it should have come out in like 2004. I've said this to anybody who I've discussed this with. But if this came out like 15 years ago, Q-Force, that is, I think it would have done well. I think it would have been liked by pro-LGBT people. I think it would have been created an even bigger shitstorm with people, because, let's be honest, gay rights weren't exactly huge back then, and gay people weren't as accepted as they are today. They could still be accepted more, but that's besides the point. And really, like, it would have been more appreciated for what it was at the time, but now, if anything, it's behind the times. It's a show strictly about gay people when that's not even the biggest part of the LGBT issues anymore. It's late. And what it does well, I think it does pretty well. Like the Mary and the Benji relationship I talked about. I think it does that really well. The Stat and the AI relationship. I don't remember the AI. Their relationship is fine, but it doesn't beat you over the head with, hey, look, guys, gay relationship in cartoon. Give us fucking praise. And another reason I think that, like, this over glamorization of, like, hey, look, gay characters in a cartoon is really undermined by the fact that, like, fucking kids cartoons have done it way better for fucking years now. Steven Universe came out 9 years ago. Steven Universe came out in 2013 and it was being worked on before then. Like fucking Adventure Time, Star vs. the Forces of Evil. All you say is gay, 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 gay. Yes, because that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about gay because that's what this show is. It is strictly gay stuff. Like hell, even fucking Owl House, and that's made by motherfucking Disney. That is better gay rep than this, and it's only had an episode of it. It's just really, I just think Q-Force was a huge missed opportunity to genuinely have a show that represented huge assets of the LGBT community. And this ties into a lot with how I was talking about, like, gay pandering. Gay pandering isn't done well. Back to square one. What in the language? Caps. Oh, yeah, sorry. Nightbot doesn't like it when you spam caps. I've tried my best to fix it. My bad. Apologies. But it's definitely, like, especially when, like I said, kids' cartoons are doing this so much better nowadays. It's really annoying. Like, and I feel like Q-Force could have been a huge opportunity to genuinely delve into, like, trans representation, non-binary representation, gay representation, but they didn't, and it was a huge missed opportunity. Instead, again, we got a cartoon that genuinely looks, feels, sounds, and acts like it's from 2004. Yeah, which is really unfortunate, because I think they could have done so much more with the show. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Q-Force. I'll rate it 15 cross-dressers out of 13 ghosts. Because scores don't matter. Okay, we're done with Q-Force and gay pandering. We can move on to fucking the show, or the pitch for the Encanto series that will likely be made. Encanto, one of the best movies of 2021. And I say that without a hint of sarcasm. What do you want? Not a hint of sarcasm in my voice. Genuinely, one of the best movies of last year, with a lot of potential for expansion, as you had a huge cast that didn't do a ton, but I feel could do a ton in a series. And I'm just gonna go, again, this stream will probably be an hour 10, my guess. Short stream. But here we're gonna go. We're gonna go in this order of things. We're gonna go, format. What do we want the format to be of the show? And we're gonna go over all the characters and how I want them to interact with each other. Then we're gonna talk about potential LGBT representation. I'll get to that. Don't worry. You don't have to scream at me right now. And then after that, I'll maybe pitch a few episode ideas that I'll come up with on the spot, because I don't really feel like doing much. We're gonna start with the main character. First, we're gonna start format. The Madrigal family is a very, very big family. Very, very big. And because of this, how do we want to have this show work? We're just gonna hold up. I'm just gonna fucking. Anyways, here, I'm just gonna zoom in on this image. How do we want this family to work? The way I want it to work is I want them to feel like a genuine family. I want it to feel like a genuine family. Find one of Bruno in the background. That's one of the posters. I This one has Bruno in the background. I can see him, but a lot of... There we go. This works. I will go over specific family dynamics later, when we get into characters. But here's the whole family. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters. This is going to be very much an ensemble show. But do we want a main character or not? And if so, who's going to be the main character? Now, immediately you're going to say, okay, let's make Mirabel the main character. Who else would we make it? I'm going to say, let's not make her the main character. Let's make no one the main character. It's purely ensemble. Mirabel will be focused on maybe slightly more than other characters. But I want each episode to have a different like main few that it focuses on. Like, hey, maybe one episode is Mirabel, Bruno, and Phyllis. Maybe the next episode is like Dolores, Abuela, and Julieta. Maybe it's then Isabella, Bruno, and Camilo. Maybe Antonio, Dad, and Dolores. Like genuinely, each episode will just have different characters that's focusing on. It doesn't have to be specifically 3 like I just went over, because I think that's really limiting and dumb. But I was just doing groups of 3 just as an example. Each episode doesn't have to follow the same 3 characters, or 4 characters, or 5 characters. Or hell, maybe one episode is just the whole family interacting. But there's no main character. I don't want Mirabel to be the main character. Because I want everybody in the family to be equally fleshed out. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. And because of that, if I had to explain this is going to sound like a really weird an analogy. Part of this is because I don't want Mirabel to have to be there for any character to be focused on. I don't want to have to... For a Camilo episode, I don't want them to have to force Mirabel into a Camilo episode because she's the main character. I want to be able to have a Camilo episode where he's just the main character. And hey, maybe the second main character is Julieta. Maybe he's bonding with his aunt. Maybe that's the episode. But I don't want the show to be shackled to Mirabel's perspective, which is kind of an issue with Steven Universe, and that's why I'm going over this. Basically, I want this show to have a format similar to Teen Titans Go, in the way that it follows characters compared to like Steven Universe, where Steven has to be there for everything. This doesn't mean I want this to be a Teen Titans Go-esque show, but the way that Teen Titans Go works is that each episode, you could be following any character as the main character. It doesn't really matter. So there is a slight hint towards Robin being the main character, which we could do with Mirabel. It's like just a bit like she's like focused on a bit more, but you don't need to do that. And if you don't, that's fine. So now we have the format of the episode, of the show, I mean. What do we want to do for each character? Because we need a character for half these characters. We need to have them actually have a personality. Let's see, how many did we actually flesh out in the movie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 out of 12 people. We still have Julieta, Dad, Camilo, Pepa, Phyllis, and Dolores left that we actually need to give character to. So let's start. We're actually gonna base it off this image. We're gonna start with Luisa Madrigal. I spelled it wrong. Luisa Madrigal, the very pretty, very tall, very, very strong, like daughter of both Dad and Julieta. She's the second daughter. She's 19, I'm pretty sure, and that's our basis. What do we want to make her character? Well, clearly, we already have a bit of character with her. Her being under too much pressure, her never getting really much relaxation, but that was kind of solved by the end of Encanto. So what do we want to make her character? What do we want to make her character? I think she should be very much the overbearing, like, protective type. A neat detail in the song of Under Pressure, or no, Surface Pressure, is that throughout the whole song, she is always putting herself in between Mirabel and whatever danger is coming at them. She is always making sure that Mirabel is safe. I want to kind of run with that idea. She wants to make sure that nobody is hurt. Like, she wants to put herself in between the problem and everybody else. Um, this might not be that we can focus on how this might not be the most healthy thing for her to do, but it's out of habit because of how she was kind of, I don't want to say programmed, but influenced by Abuela to treat things throughout her youth until everything was semi-fixed in Encanto by the end of the movie. She still feels a need to be the protective sister and cousin. Even though she's not the oldest, I want her to have big oldest sibling energy towards Mirabel, Isabella, Camilo, Antonio, and Dolores. I want her to be like very much the older sister in how she acts. Always making sure everybody's okay, etc., etc. And this will play into how she's under pressure, because I don't think it's realistic to have her just be like, after 19 potential or 10 years probably of her having all this pressure put on her, I don't think that just instantly goes away. That's not how the human mind works, right? Girl just has softness inside. Exactly. But again, I want her to be a big softie who isn't afraid to show her emotions. I don't want to make her try to hide her emotions. Because at least with Mirabel, specifically, we saw that she wasn't, at least by the end of the movie, or by the end of her sequence with Mirabel in the movie, she wasn't afraid to kind of cry with Mirabel and just hug her because she needed it. I want her to be very close with Mirabel. I actually want her to have a bit of a dynamic with Mirabel. I want her to be, while being the older sister of Mirabel, I want her to be the one that she's closer to. She's closer to Mirabel than most of the other family. That's just the dynamic I want. I think it could be really good as Mirabel and her clearly cared for each other in the movie. Just that hug alone after surface pressure was really nice, and I want to see more of that. Any dynamics with other family members? Let's see. Again, all of this is on the spot. Obviously, she has to have a dynamic with her parents. And I think, if anything, I want her to really be close with Antonio. Specifically Antonio, because again, we want her to have really big sister energy. So let's put her with Antonio. Let's make it so she's usually making sure that Antonio's okay, because he's really young. He's what, like 8, 9? Really, he's a baby. He's your little baby. And she doesn't want him to be hurt in any way, and she makes sure of it. Why is it? Where'd I get the image? There it is. So I want her to obviously have something with her parents. I want her and Mirabel to be really close, and I want her to be really close with Antonio. Now that she is less, and not as in much like oh god, it's my job to do this, and more of I really care for him. Let's just make sure he's okay. So that's my pitch for what I want Luis's character to be. 1 down, 11 to fucking go. Sorry, I gotta go. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Next up, Isabella. What do we want for Isabella? Prima donna? Not so much. I want her to not be an attention hog, but one that seeks validation via attention. And in the most non-toxic way she can, I want her to feel not underappreciated, but like she needs to prove herself to everybody. Which, again, not necessarily true, but since she's so used to being the perfect child of the family, even though she's on good terms with everybody now, and she doesn't really have that need anymore, I want her to still feel like, at least like maybe in a follow-up episode in the show, she has like a weird need to I'm not getting as much attention as I used to. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I think that could be kind of nice to just go through and see hey, is she going to be okay now? She's not she wants to be treated more normally, but how does this affect her at first? So that's what I want for her. I don't feel like she has the deepest available character there, as her character kind of 180'd in the movie. It went from actual bitch, just genuinely not nice to Mirabel at all, to being all chummy lovey-dovey sister. So it's really hard to get a grasp on who she is as a person. And I want to expand that into somebody who just wants to be treated normally. Like genuinely. It's hard to come up with characters, guys, okay? So, like, some characters aren't going to get as much as others. And I feel like Isabella really had a lot of character development in the movie. So I feel like it's harder to give her a character that wasn't already given. So, dynamics. Let's give her a dynamic with Dolores, as they're both the oldest sisters of the family. Let's give her a dynamic with Peppa, as I'm sure that, like, they, again, oldest niece. I really feel like these two could connect, because Peppa especially is under so much fucking pressure, but we'll get to her later. Obviously, I wanted her to be close with her mother and sort of distant from her father, not as in like a I don't love you or get away from me, just as in a because of how jealous she was clearly of like Mirabel being like giftless, if that makes sense. Because of this, it rubbed off, and she kind of doesn't have a super huge relationship with her father. But I want that to be expanded. Anytime I say that there's no relationship, I want that to be expanded upon in the show. And I want an episode of her recovering from what Abuela put her through, of Abuela basically having her marry a man that she didn't want to marry, which very, very bad, clearly. What you're talking about anymore? Well, it would help if you had visuals, Doc, but you don't. I'm talking about a pitch idea for a show. That's what if you look at the stream title, where Q-Force, LGBT Pandering, and Encanto pitch. So, because Encanto's a Disney movie from last year, it was had a big ensemble cast, kinda, and they might be making a TV show off of it, so I'm making like my pitch for it. If you do end up doing that thing of like, hey, out of context fighty, you don't need to add this stuff, because there's not going to be a huge amount of like good out of context things. But I want an episode of her and Abuela like getting better, Isabella and Abuela getting better, and we haven't talked about Bruno yet, or any thing with Bruno, but I want to make sure that she talks with Bruno, because she of all people, I know this sounds really weird because of how she acted in the movie, but she of all people got the best visions from Bruno, so she would have the least amount, I feel like, of like any hatred towards him in any regard. And this could, of course, just be me grasping at straws for like connections, but hey, whatever. Julieta, I feel like, okay, I'm gonna say this real quickly. All the parents of the show, so like Julieta, Dad, Abuela, Peppa, and Phyllis, I feel like they're gonna get the least amount of character throughout the whole show, and that's just how this works. Julieta, she's nice mom, like she's nice mom, who again, I'm having to grasp at straws at this point, because we've gotten past Luisa. Once we get past the main 5 that we even got to hang out with, like most of these characters don't have personalities, like frankly, like Camilo, what the fuck is his personality? He don't got a fucking personality. Julieta, just nice mom, nice wife. She likes to cook a lot. Maybe have an episode where she's teaching somebody how to cook in the family, and she's learning how to teach. Something like that. Again, I'm not sure. Dad character. Oh, right, Julieta. I want dynamics between her, Abuela, Bruno, Peppa, the standard ones, because that's her mom, her brother, and her sister. So, dad character. One thing I really want for the dad character is to have a really good, what is it called? Really good relationship with Phyllis, because they are both the two guys who married into the family, and because of that, they don't have gifts, they don't have powers. They to use the, not to say unspecial, but they don't have powers like the rest of the family there. So because of that, I feel like in real life they would have grown to have a better connection, as again, they don't really have. They're kind of the two fish out of water characters in the family. I feel like, of course, loving husband towards Julieta. Maybe some sort of, maybe he's the fun uncle. He's not the fun uncle, but maybe he has a fun relationship with Camilo. I can see that to some degree, sort of the straight man dad to the wacky son type dynamic. But that's it. Again, the parents aren't going to get too much. Abuela. I don't know what I want to do with her. She didn't have a character in the movie much, and she didn't do much in the movie at all, really. So I think she's just gonna be the harbinger of wisdom. Sure. That's probably a bad idea, but whatever. She'd probably give terrible advice, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because of how the movie went. But whatever. Abuela, you love everybody. You love your grandkids. That's your character. Sorry to break it to you. Mirabel. She's just gonna have her same bubbly, fun personality from the movie. Obviously, she still has a really close relationship with Antonio. Very, very good relationship with Luisa, like I went over. Good relationship with her mom and dad, especially mom, dad, and Felix, because Felix, again, he doesn't have a power or a gift, so I want a close relationship there. I'm sure they grew to know each other well. And a really good relationship with Bruno, because she was, again, in the movie, she was the only person who was like, I don't think you make bad things happen. At the end of the day, I just want her to love her whole family, and at all times just trying to be doing the right thing to help them. And if she ever gets pissed at one of them, well, that sucks. I don't really expect her to get mad in the show, because like that wasn't much of her character, and it was kind of the one family member she didn't like, or two family members, which was kind of Isabella and Abuela. Those were kind of patched up by the end of the movie, so I don't know what you can do there. We're gonna go to Bruno. Bruno, I want multiple episodes of him just trying to fix what people blame him for throughout the show, because a lot of people fucking hate Bruno. They have a whole ass fucking song dedicated to how much everybody fucking hates Bruno. But this is, of course, before he comes back. They find out that he never left and that he didn't actually make bad things happen. He just predicted the future. But etc., etc., etc. I want him to have a fun... He seems like the fun uncle, or the fun grand uncle, technically. Or no. No, fun uncle, yeah. I want him to be the fun uncle to Mirabel, to Camilo, to Dolores, to Antonio. I want him and Antonio to be like buddies. I want him to be like the uncle that's like always hanging out with one of the kids. Like clearly his favorite is either Mirabel or Antonio. I don't know why. I just feel like that'd be really cute. Again, his kind of whole character thing was kind of patched up. Give him a wife or a husband in the show, and I'll be very happy. Such a baron Cohen. Okay. But yeah, give him a husband or a wife in the show. I don't care. I just want to see that man happy. He spent like 10 years living in the fucking walls of their house. Like, he lived off of kitchen scraps. Poor fucking man. Give him a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Like, Jesus Christ. I want that in the show. Antonio is the nice kid who just wants to do what's right. That's all I can give him. He really close relationship with Camilo and Felix and Mirabel. And again, what's his name? Bruno. That's what they're talking about. No, I'm unaware. Doc, don't berate me for being uncultured on stream. No, you'll reveal I have no culture, or I'm not cultured. DM whatever it is to me. So I don't have to fucking Camilo. Okay, Camilo is the character that I have the most for. Make him, or I don't have the most for. I just have a good understanding of what I want him to be. Camilo, don't fucking make him non-binary. Don't do this. Because that's what a lot of people want from him, because he's a shapeshifter. Don't fucking make him non-binary. Please, Disney. That sounds fucking weird. I'm asking for, hey, Disney, don't make characters non-binary. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't make this character non-binary, because he's a shapeshifter, and that trope's kind of been played out for a long time. So, don't make him non-binary. Make him somebody who just doesn't know who he is, if anything. You can give him they, them pronouns. I don't care. But, like, don't make him non-binary and make that, like, a big thing. If anything, just give him they, them pronouns. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. I know I'm shooting ahead, but so many fucking people want him to be non-binary that I feel like I need to just put this forward. don't make him non-binary. Just give him they them pronouns, and then just never fucking mention it. Maybe you can mention how he sometimes doesn't know who he is, and that how he shape-shifting can makes him confused on like his identity and whatnot. Don't make it a huge thing on like, oh my god, the first Disney non-binary character, which he wouldn't be, but you know Disney would like fucking treat it as such. Remember, Owl House had a non-binary character. That was technically Disney's first non-binary character, but you know, people would say, oh my god, Disney's first non-binary character is Camilo from Encanto. No, shut the fuck up. Watch Disney shows. But I want him, he's the jokester, prankster character who's looking for a good time. That sounds weird. Who's looking to have some fun. He'll be the main source. He's going to be the comic relief, along with Phileas. Him, Phileas, and Bruno are the comic relief characters, because, honestly, they were the ones that were, like, the funniest in the movie. What do I want him to do with his powers? No, not his powers. What do I want to do with him? I want him to be the character that's like, oh my god, I like this person, but I don't know what to do. Because I feel like there's a lot of untapped comedy there that you could, like, fuck around with, like, shape-shifting and shit. That'd be really funny. I just think there's a lot of comedy there. He will have a great relationship with Phileas, Antonio, Bruno, the dad character, and maybe, like, him and Isabella have, like, a like that kind of like hated cousin, the cousin you hate type thing, but not like you actually hate them, just like you playfully annoy each other. I feel like that would be kind of fun. But yeah, Camilo, I really just want him to be the mom, also mama's boy, because it was kind of implied that's what he was, and apparently that was part of like the original concept for him. So that we're gonna make him a mama's boy as well. He loves his mom and he loves his dad. He loves them to the end of the earth. Peppa and Phileas. Phileas and Peppa are the parents of Camilo, Antonio, and Dolores. And I want Peppa to have a good relationship with, I think I said this earlier, Isabella. Because Peppa, when you think about it, she's under the most stress of anybody. Her mood literally affects the weather. And if she got angry enough, she could literally fucking kill somebody by accident. It's not like she has control of the weather. It's just her mood. Like, hell, in the movie, she makes a fucking tornado just for worrying about, like, her son's, like, ceremony going, like, about it going well. That created a fucking tornado. Like, that's insane to me. Like, if she got, like, actually mad at somebody, how much destruction would she cause? Genuinely. I think that's a really interesting thing. Think about how much pressure she would be under to just never be upset. I think that's a really interesting thing to think about. And I want that to be an episode or two. I want her to have a close relationship with I said, Isabella, because Isabella was also under a lot of pressure. So was Luisa. I didn't think about that. Make her have a closer relationship with Luisa and Isabella, now that they all realized that they were all under extreme pressure and weren't just and that they don't have to go through it alone. Hopefully they don't have to go through it at all anymore, but that pressure would still likely be there. Like, because they've just subconsciously trained themselves to have it. Now let's see, Phileas. I've gone over Phileas a lot, because I want him to have close relationships with a lot of people. He's the cool uncle. He loves everybody. Everybody loves him. He doesn't really have a strained relationship with anybody. Again, him and the dad, Mirabella's dad, I want them to have really close, like, I want them to be really good friends, really good brother-in-laws. Because, again, they're both the fish out of water men who married into the Madrigal family and have no gift because of it. They weren't born into the family. So I want him to have all of that. I want him to just, again, fun uncle, always supportive, no drama. That's it. Dolores, I want her to be kind of a nervous wreck. At the end of the movie, she at the end of Encanto, she kind of started dating Mariano. How about one of the episodes of hers, like maybe she's never gone on a date, maybe she never dated anyone, or maybe she's never even like asked somebody out or anything, like, and she's just like nervous about it. Because it's kind of shown she's a bit of a nervous wreck at times. So have that be a thing. Make their relationship a highlight, maybe. But don't have her be defined by her relationships, of course. She has, or at least not like her love relationship. Make her have other personality not traits, but like personality quirks. She still has that, or like the little squeak after she talks usually. I can't do it. It sounds weird when I do it, but after she speaks, she usually has that little like thing that she squeaks out. Because she's always a little nervous, or it's because Colombian women, it's a gossip thing in Colombia. That's what I've read. I don't know. I'm not fucking Colombian. I'm fucking white as a snowflake, if you can't tell. So, there's that. Just, I don't know if we would do a school. Like, I don't know if these characters go to school at all. If they do go to school, have her be really nervous for a test, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. She's gonna have a really good relationship with Mirabel, Julieta, and that's it. I don't know. Maybe Peppa. I don't. Like Dolores got really just seemed like the nervous character. That's all I can really say. So it's hard for me to actually come up with a genuine personality for her. Somehow it's harder for me to come up with a personality for her than others, even though others technically got less screen time. But whatever. She was more of a plot device than anything, if you actually think about it. All she did was tell Mirabel that something was up with the Luisa. She spilled the beans on the vision that they found that Bruno made. And that's it. Anyways, we've gone over my pitch for what I want all the characters to be. Now, LGBT stuff, because guess fucking what? You have 12 characters. Make one of them, or maybe 2, LGBT. Why? Because good representation is great. Why wouldn't you? What's wrong with doing so? Tell me, people. What's wrong with doing so? Now, let's start. Who do we want to make gay? Because I already kind of went over it. I don't think this cast is great for trans and or non-binary characters. Maybe make Bruno non-binary. I don't fucking know. But don't make a huge part of Camilo him being non-binary, because that's really fucking overplayed. Shapeshifter being non-binary, so like trans and non-binary characters not really gonna work with this show, just because of how the fucking characters are. And like if Dolores came out as a trans guy, you know people wouldn't like, people wouldn't like that. People wouldn't like that. Like even people who like trans stuff, like if one of the characters came out as trans. No. Also, I've seen people want fucking Luisa to be trans. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's kind of fucked. Like, oh, there's a buff girl. She must be trans. Like, what the fuck? That's kind of fucked, dude. And people say it, oh, she's buff, so she's no, stop it. Don't do that. Girls can be fucking buff. Hello, you're back. Okay, yeah. Now I'm talking about LGBT stuff. For this show. For the show pitch, that is. I have 3 characters that I think we could gayify. And this is because of either how the plot in the movie worked, or because they just can, because it doesn't really conflict with anything. I don't think you should do anything romantic with Antonio. He's like 9, so no. We could gayify Luisa? No, not Luisa. Not Luisa, actually. My favorite character is Camilo. I think we could gayify Isabella, Mirabel, or Camilo. I think Isabella being lesbian, I think deepens a bit her character. It shows you how much she was willing to give up. Basically, she was willing to become a baby maker for a guy she didn't even like, just because Abuela and the family really, quote-unquote, needed it. Which I think it deepens her character if you learn, oh, she doesn't even like guys at all. Which, really, to me, I think it adds a little bit of extra. Look at how much fucking pressure she was under. Mirabel had I think it was a bi flag on her dress. Yeah, Mirabel just has the bubbly energy, and Dolores is straight. I know, that's why I'm not saying Dolores. I know Dolores is straight. Mirabel, obviously, she had a bi flag on her dress. I don't think anybody would really complain and say, "Oh, Mirabel can't be bi." She's bubbly enough that it would work. In that context would make the family sound awful. Well, in that context, it could also be a thing of Isabella was in the closet, like, or she just didn't say anything. Like it doesn't have to be a thing of, oh, they knew. It can just be a thing of she was pressured into marrying that guy before she even knew. Does that make sense? And even when she did knew, she was still willing to give it up. Like when you actually think about it, Abuela was forcing her to marry somebody. That's already really bad. If you say that Isabella is gay, if Abuela didn't know that, it doesn't make her any more bad. She didn't fucking know. And Isabella, like, literally just say Isabella didn't even know herself she was gay until she was being pressured to marry Mariano. Like, that's it. I don't think anybody would complain, though, if Mirabella was bi. She just, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to say, like, oh, she gives up bi energy, but, like, she's bubbly enough and just friendly enough that, like, people wouldn't really complain. And the reason I say Camilo could be gay or bi is literally just because he has no fucking character at this point. There's no, it was never hinted that he, like, liked. I mean, technically, you could say he transformed. You're missing a lot of context, Doc. Yes, you are. All you have to know is this movie took place in, like, the 1800s, so stuff like forced marriage was, like... Well, it didn't take place in the 1800s. The setting is just, like, like, modern technology. So, like, forced marriage isn't really out of the norm, but, like, whatever. It was for the sake of the family. You should watch this movie. You have Disney Plus. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. Camilo had that one scene where he, like, transformed into Mariano for, like, 2 seconds to try and kiss Isabella, but I feel like that was more him teasing her than it was, like, hey, I'm gonna kiss this hot girl type thing. So you could easily, I think genuinely you could make Camilo gay or bi because there's no other fucking, there was no hint at his sexuality already. I personally don't want to make, like, Luisa gay because she's the fucking buff one. I really don't want to stereotype. I just want her to be, like, a normal girl who is also fucking buff. I don't need any more, like, yo, look at the big, strong lesbian. I don't need that. I also don't want her to be trans because of the same issue. I don't want a buff. That's also really problematic and kind of propaganda-y if they make the buff character a trans character. So I don't want that. So just keep her straight, keep Luisa straight, maybe bi if you want, but, like, just keep her straight, man. It avoids the trap fall of, like, what is it? It avoids the trap fall of stereotype. There's the word. It avoids the trap fall of stereotype. And again, the only reason Camilo is because there was nothing that hinted at his sexuality. Maybe you could make Bruno gay. Who knows? Maybe that's why he never had a wife or something. I don't really care. Bruno, I don't know if Bruno would be focused on that much in the show. Okay, that's the LGBT section. Now we're just gonna go over, like, 1 or 2 episode, like, ideas for each character. Okay, Luisa. Just to fucking hammer in that we're gonna avoid these stereotypes, give her an episode where a guy likes her or she likes a guy, and they go out no problem. Or at least, like, not no problem, but, like, her being buff isn't an issue, because I don't want there to be something where it's like, oh, I just got asked out by the buff girl, but she's bigger and stronger than me, and I feel emasculated. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to have that happen at all. We need to avoid stereotypes, and we need to not fucking promote, like, toxic masculinity like that. So, hey, buff girl likes guy, they go out, yay, end of story. I also feel a good episode would be between her, Isabella, and Peppa, about them dealing with, like, the aftermath of them realizing, okay, we don't need to be under all this stress right now. That's an episode plot. Isabella, I don't know, we already got an episode for her. Julieta and Dad, I'm gonna just go put those 2 characters together. I don't know. Those characters aren't going to be focused on. Abuela, give her an episode of, like, her trying to be happy? I don't know. I don't know. Some of these characters I have nothing for. Mirabel, she can be... You know what? No, I'm not going to do this episode bullshit. My pitch is over. Writers, do what you want. I'm not a fucking writer. I don't want to write a story with characters that were given to me. That's my pitch. My pitch is over. Bye. Bye. That's the end of the pitch. Okay. So, before we end stream's been going on an hour. That's pretty good. One of my longer streams recently. Before we end stream, y'all might have noticed that LGBT stuff kind of political, and this is a just chatting stream, which is not what I usually do. Or at least not since June last year, which, I don't know, nobody here I think was even there for those streams. But I want to clarify that this channel is completely open to me talking about politics. This Twitch, politics are not something I'm going to avoid. And if people bring up politics in chat, I will discuss them. I was for a few. Oh, you were for a few? Okay. You were there for the Pokemon stream. I don't know if that was like the same week that I did all those just chatting streams, but anyways. I want to clarify. I am not gonna avoid politics on this channel. This is kind of a political stream, if anything. Half the stream was me talking about LGBT issues. But yeah, hell, in the Pokemon stream itself, back the huge 12-hour charity Pokemon stream I did, I watched Vosh go over PragerU shit. Vosh, if you don't know, is a fucking libertarian socialist, and he went over PragerU, a right-wing conservative propaganda organization, so, like, I clearly didn't avoid politics then, and I'm not going to continue to. That's something I just want to clarify, because, hey, some people don't like politics, and they want to keep it out of their media consumption, and, like, entertainment, and if you watch me for entertainment, first, thank you, I appreciate that a lot. But if you also don't like politics, you might want to either not watch me or have your finger over that mute button if I start talking about politics. I just want to say that as a disclaimer, because I might do just chatting streams in the future if there's a political issue I want to talk about, like genuinely, just like a 40-minute just chatting stream. So yeah, thank you all for watching this stream. I think I have the Discord server there. I think I have a Discord server up currently. It is the here, let me fucking it's the chatting with viewers on stream server, and I use it to chat with you guys during stream. We can have discussions about literally fucking anything. There's just a general tab, a waiting room, and a live stream VC. And that's for future use. Let me make sure that I have that attached to my Twitch channel real quick, because a while ago I stopped streaming. I don't know if I deleted that. Join my Discord server. Let's see. Okay. It's not, so I have to edit this. And I have to add it. Actually, hold up. If I do exclamation point Discord. Okay, that doesn't do it. So yeah, I do have to add the new link. Invite people. Copy, edit, invite link. No limit. Ever. Generate new copy. Now I have to here. Hold up, give me a sec. Actually, you know what, here, I can edit this and fix this later. Right now my face looks fucking disgusting because I took a shower before stream, so my face is still really fucking sensitive and kind of irritated from washing it. Anyways. Oh, how do you feel about the new bill in Oklahoma where you can sue a teacher for $10,000 for teaching anything that makes your kid uncomfortable? It's way too fucking broad. It's too broad. Because guess what? I could say that fucking slavery makes me uncomfortable, and I could sue a teacher for $10,000 fucking dollars. Like, that's not reasonable at all. I think to some degree, if, like, a history teacher started talking about, like, slaves being raped, like, I think there is some merit there, but I don't think you should have the legality to sue them, if that makes sense. I don't think it should be, like, a suable offense. My face is here. Hi. Hi, my face. Oops. I don't think you should be able to sue them. I am fucking... Hello. I am the demon. But yeah, you should not be able to sue somebody over that. That's just like, that's really, really dumb. Like, what else is there? Somebody could say that, like, the bill is super foobar. Yeah. Ugh. It's too vague. That's my issue. It's too vague. I didn't hear about the bill, but I do have an opinion already. That's fucked. That's actually fucked. Because you know for a fact that the second, like, some teacher is saying that, like, oh, slavery was bad, the Confederacy fought the Union, you fucking know that if, like, some upper middle class, like, white conservative housewife heard about that, they'd be like, oh my god, critical race theory being taught to my child? You know that would fucking happen. And oh my god. And I don't want there to be a law where it's possible to fucking sue somebody over talking about fucking slavery and facts of history. That's fucked. I need to turn my light on. I might actually clip that. I might clip that after stream. Yeah, that's that's my opinion on the bill in, where was it? Connecticut. I feel. Well, you definitely understand the consequences of the bill. Yeah. You might have been sarcastic there. I'm not sure. Oklahoma. Yeah. No. Fucked up. Because like, bro, when a kid who doesn't get like the fact that I could think of a way to already abuse that bill, and I'm a fucking student who would be the one uncomfortable, like, bro, that's fucked up. If anything, I feel like there should be a bill to be able to sue a teacher for 10 grand if they like teach something untrue to students. Like if some teacher tries to like show them propaganda from something, well, not even propaganda, but like something like, I don't know, that the Civil War was fought over fucking states' rights and that it wasn't about slavery. I think you should be able to sue a teacher for that. That's like actually lying. You know what the Civil War was fought over? Sure, it was states' rights. What were those fucking states' rights, buddy? What did the Hey, guess what? What did the Confederacy want their what rights did they want? What were the rights they were fighting for, buddy? I don't think it was their rights to be a separate country. I don't think it was that, because they were already a separate country, buddy. I'm pretty sure it was about I'm pretty sure it was about owning people. Exactly. That's what it is. Because you know that like it's ironic because I'm pretty sure that like the people who make this bill are the same kind of people who complain about today's youth being offended by everything. And yet now they're creating a bill to aid and reward people who are offended by things. Which is, you know, kind of le fucked. Like, immediately, I don't think a teacher's political opinion should be in the classroom, but, like, there's a difference between, like, a political opinion and a fact. Like, it is a fact that the Confederacy wanted to own slaves. It is a fact that the states' rights that were fought over was the end of slavery. It is a fact that the Confederacy was the aggressor in the war. Like, stuff like that. But, oh no! The rural kid got offended because his ancestors were being slandered in class. Like, how do health classes work? How quickly, I need to turn myself down, I'm yelling. How quickly would some fucking housewife be like, oh my god, they taught my student, oh my god, they taught my son about the vagina? Oh my god, I need to show that. How fucking quickly would that happen? That would happen almost instantly. Like, did you think, and health class is already a big issue, because there's some states where, like, it's not needed. You don't need to take health class. It's a thing where it's like, you send a slip home, and it's like, do you want your student to take health class? And they sign yes or no. When, like, that stuff's important. Like, really important. That's how you get kids like kids not being taught health. It's how you get them like married at 19 because they had a child at 18. Oh, but no, they taught their son oh no, but they taught her son what a boobie is and how it works. Oh god, her son is so uncomfortable. Oh, I better sue you for 10 fucking K. Like it's dumb. I think it's dumb. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, my first political rant of this Twitch channel. How fun is that? So yeah, opinion, if the bill passes, two things are going to happen. All the rational teachers are going to quit, and then the Satanic Temple is going to absolutely flip that law against the people that wrote it. Yep. Yep, I agree. There's so many strawmans already for what kids can be taught about in school. Like I said earlier, nowadays, if a kid is taught that slavery is bad, like people think that's like conservatives think that's critical race theory. Or like there was once this like email that was sent out to like in high school, like a principal or like the student body of directors or student body sent it out, and it was like, hey, we're committed to anti-racism. If you see any incident in school that may be being influenced by racial bias, report it immediately so we can stop this. And people got mad at that and called it critical race theory. Like fucking, you know, it's really telling. And like that's like anti-American or some shit, and it's really telling. Like when people be like, yo, critical race theory is anti-American, because what they really mean is that, hey, this school saying that we should stop racism is so against what America stands for that it should be banned. Like, fucking, way to self-own yourself, dumb fuck. It's really dumb. Like, it literally, because if those parents had the power to sue, who didn't like the fact that their child was being taught, or at least told, to, like, prevent racism in the school, if they didn't like that, why wouldn't they sue for 10K? It's $10,000! And if the only prerequisite is that your student had to be made uncomfortable, bro, that's too fucking easy. I've been yelling about this for like 10 minutes now. That's crazy. Yeah, so first political rant of the year. How was that, Doc? How was that? Did it meet your expectations of what I would say? Real fun. Actually, I have to make sure that my group is still doing Pathfinder today. It did. Met your expectations? Well, happy to oblige. If I had a hat, I would tip my hat to you, sir. I might actually upload that to my fucking channel just as like a fucking shitpost, cause like why not? Do you have any more questions? Anything else? Before we go, before we wrap up stream. Is that a good? So no more. Pop in the knuckles. Say yes. Okay. No, I should quit slacking off at work. Hey man, I wish I could fucking slack off at school. Like fuck, man. I'm jealous that you could just watch Twitch like at work. Man, I'm jealous. Anyways, dude. Hey, take it easy. Thanks chat for sticking around. Thank you Doc for the awesome question that made me yell for 10 minutes. Very fun. I'm not being sarcastic. Very fun. I love yelling about politics. It's very funny to me. Hope everybody has a good day. Have a good weekend. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe not. I'll probably be sleeping in, but hey, take it easy. Before I go, I'm gonna show off my chair because I really like my chair. Bye.